Hey everyone, welcome to a special edition of First Play, the series where we look at games for the first time and discuss design. Today we're looking at a brand new game just released today. It's Transistor by Supergiant Games, best known for Bastion, the game where your actions were narrated. This game is supposed to have a similar mechanic but with a sci-fi theme. So let's check it out. It looks like we jumped right in.
Hey, Red. We're not gonna get away with this, are we? Come on, pull.
Alright, looks like we jumped right into the game, and I'm not too sure. I don't see a mouse cursor. Don't know if I play with the mouse. I just press the left arrow.
Together again.
There's a mouse.
Sort of.
Looks like I've got some hotkeys. Cache. Cache and breach. This is gonna talk to me if I don't move. Let me see if
We can't just stay here.
Nice, very nice. I'm very excited about this game. It looks amazing. So, looks like I can just press E. Gown.
What a night. You're still in one piece. That's all that matters.
Alright, looks like I don't need to pick it up. Oh! That's not good. Whoa. Okay, so that was disappointing. Some very strange bug there. Might just be my setup, I guess. I guess I can't pick up the gown. I just get to observe it. Wow. So those are my two attacks. Looks like I can just...
Getting the hang of this?
Okay. I find it really amusing that I'm dragging the sword behind me because it's so heavy. Alright, there's an arrow on the floor this way, so I'm gonna go this other way because, you know, I like to explore. Some sort of control panel over here. Looks like I can't do anything with it. So,
We'll figure something out.
yeah, we will. Thanks, Sword. So if you haven't played Bastion, that's a really good, that was really made a splash back when it was released.
Yikes. Found us already. They want you back, I bet.
Is that enemy, I guess? Process. Press right mouse button. I'm not sure what the protective is.
What?
That's cheap. I'm assuming
Nice.
this is my health. Closer.
Okay, let's go.
Alright.
Unmarked alley. East of the bay. Think I know where we are.
So I right click to get rid of them. I don't know what these other little ones. Is right click? Right click just looks to be a shortcut for my second. Alright, these don't seem to do anything anymore. So they're getting red to indicate that they're damaged, so that's good. But I think there's just enemy popped out of the other ones. This is 2 to breach, so I'm curious why. Maybe there is a difference between right click and my second breach. I'm a little confused why they would kind of indicate 2 different methods to do the same thing for me. These things just seem to pop up everywhere. Alright. Break point. Come closer. Lock. Okay. It's kind of interesting how they point out everything here. Press E.
More of these creeps. Look, don't fret, just...
Whoa. Oh, what just happened? Alright, so now we've gone from real-time combat into turn-based combat. So... okay, now I'm more confused. Because the real-time combat seemed to be working well. And I'm also confused that I had to hit E instead of just attacking it. So I'm very confused by the controls here a bit. Press 1 to plan to crash. Okay. So this is kind of interesting how I'm like mapping out the whole battle up at the top. Recommended move. Plan to breach. Wow, so that takes even longer. Space to execute the plan. Oh, and I guess the breach will hit this other guy. Oh, that's kind of cool. But I'm very confused why it started teaching me real-time actions, and now I'm in this whole turn-based thing. This is actually looking pretty cool. Like, I'm excited about trying to figure out how this all works. I'm just a little confused about the whole introductory mechanics, but maybe there's sections that are these turn-based things and not. Yeah, well, we'll find out. That's the whole point. So, this is pretty awesome to see it all executing. And then, so now I'm like back in the...
Ready.
Ah, okay. Well, I have to get closer to this thing to pick it up. And if I do space... Interesting. Okay, so it looks like it's basically both. One of your special powers is basically to do this frozen time, let's jump everywhere and attack things. Oh, and then it's... Yeah, okay, and it's showing me the results. And then if I press space again, I execute. And... oh, it's fun. Okay.
We're clear.
Process terminated. Killed 3 of the guys, and I've got some experience, I guess. Interesting, very interesting. Okay, so this game looks like it uses a combination of real-time and turn-based mechanics, which is really, really interesting. I wasn't expecting that at all. I saw a couple of the previews, but I don't think I really saw anything about that. So it looks like I can basically run around and I can attack and just do the action RPG thing, but then I can hit space to enter this, super powered up mode where basically I can plan out all my actions and execute them as long as I stay within this energy. And I'm guessing I'll get more energy, or this bar will give me more actions as I level up and stuff. So that's pretty amazing. And so now
Hey, up there. Hello, world. Look at all that.
Hello world.
We're on the edge of town, 100 blocks away.
So this was something I did see in the trailer, is these kind of like more two-dimensional sections. So this is pretty cool from an art style. This looks like this telescope will get me to see what that is in the background.
There's the empty set. Still too close to it. We better get as far from there as possible.
Still not too sure what's going on. Looks like I'm a runaway, trying to get away from something, and I guess I'm still not far enough right closer.
Come on.
Not sure what the little mats are.
Block party up ahead. Here we go.
There's some stuff over here too. Oh, but I'm trapped in the battle zone, I guess. So that's interesting. So, let me space. Process, hold right to aim. Oh, I can hit multiples. So I guess I'm not quite in the right spot. No, but undo. There, that's what I was looking for. Because I think I want to move over here. Let's see if I move here. Because now I want to try and get all 4 of them. Perfect. So that'll get those 3 guys. Hit that guy. And then I just... Oops. I just crash. Oh, out of range. Okay. So that's curious that even though it's out of range, it's still... I guess... See, I wouldn't... If it's out of range, I'd rather it just tell me that it's out of range and then not add it to my bar. because I might not have noticed, like I would see it like, oh, I'm going to crash up there, but then not notice that potentially that the damage is out of range there. Now I do. And I just hit the end of my bar, so that was actually kind of perfect plotting. And then I hit space. Watch this awesomeness.
Get out of here.
But now I have to get this cell thing.
We're good.
And I got 3 of those and 1 of those, and I got some experience. So it looks like experience is just these little bars.
She awake?
And disposition, explosive, processed. Interesting. Anyhow, I was going to say that, so it looks like those cell things will respawn the enemy, so I really have to also plan to go pick them up.
Hi. You
More
okay?
about that later.
I see. Sure. She wants to come along. We can use her.
Alright, this is my first power-up. Interesting. Spark. What is Spark?
She says hello. Her name's Lillian.
Okay, Lillian. That was pretty cool. So it's like a little proximity lamp. Looks like there's other abilities that these things unlock later too, so just gradual
Intersection.
progressions on.
Let's see.
OVC terminal. 2 forecasts.
Wish it was raining. Cover your tracks.
Interesting. So it looks like our name is Red. Tomorrow's another day in Cloudbank. How would you like it? Show ballot.
Rain's not even on the ballot.
We get to vote for weather? Interesting. I wonder what this will...
Warm and clear, second place.
I wonder if that's always your second choice. No matter what you choose, it picks the other one. But I'm curious what effect that will have on the game.
Where were we?
I saw this shadow thing too. All the little extra little effects are there.
Watch out.
Oh. Alright. I have to initiate the pause. It's kind of like FTL in that regard. It's like... I'm just standing there waiting for it to, you know, go into my super mode. So I think what I do is I go over here, and then, oops, so I go over here. I guess I can't get to the edge. That looks to be like the most I can go to the left. I was hoping to get all 5 of these guys, but that's alright. So nice. Interesting. So right click is doing my spark now. I wonder how I get it to do... Oops, no, I don't want to do another one. No, I don't want to move. I'm trying to look at the info for these other guys that are out of range. Blocked. Overkill. Alright, so now I basically want to aim here. But how did I get the breach? Alright, a little confused about how I'm actually assigning my actions. So there's a spark. Do I get to aim it? No, but that adds a different one. Now if I'm right-clicking... Ooh, this is getting all of them with a spark. But then the spark just happens around me. Alright, so I'm very confused here by the aiming and how I select what I'm trying to aim. Because now it's doing a spark. If I undo and I say I want to do a breach, then I aim, now it's adding another breach. But then if I do this again, now it's a breach. So it's really weird, like, because if I hit one, it's just going to add the crash, but then I can't aim it. It's just like picking some random target. And then if I aim with the right click, it's just using whatever I had last time. So I really wish I knew how to... Maybe that's... Okay, I'm going to try this. So I'm trying to figure out how to set my default action. Here I can click on these things down here. So now if I right click, is it spark? Yeah. And if I click on this and do this, now it's breach. Okay, so that's basically what I want. So I have to click on this down here first, and then I can right click to aim with that thing. Okay. Great. So that'll get those guys. I'm going to run out of time though. You know what I should do is I'll go over here. Whoops. Go here. I can spark. So now I just hit spark. That'll get these guys. And then I go over here. Too far. Go over here. I'm gonna breach. And I can't breach all, but I breach that. And then I'm going to crash this guy. No, I'll just do that manually. So we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna do the last little bit. Just give me some buffer. See what happens. Spark, breach, and then... oh, recharging. Oh, I can't do anything.
Gross.
Interesting. So I'm kind of like completely vulnerable right after I do one of my super moves. Okay. Oh, there's two more guys here. Alright, so the real-time
No problem.
battles are a lot more difficult. So I guess I should just be using my superpower
Let's see what else.
time. Oh, another one. Responses logged. I wonder if these responses
Cloud
are
manufacturing
actually
week not happening, huh?
people playing. Like, is it from us playing? And they all get centrally Fashion Week. Okay.
3 days this time.
That would be kind of interesting if it's like a actual global thing, but I really don't know. It might just be part of this world that they're creating. Event size, 8 square blocks, exotic brands. Sure.
Maybe next year.
What? But I said RSVP. Aw. Interesting. The view here is kind of obscuring my map a bit. Oh, turn. Oh, that's to go into super mode. Interesting. Now the building's obscuring my path, but I guess there's
Ought to keep heading east.
So now if I spark, I get rid of those things. I really don't know. I guess they're just obstacles. I really like the arrows on the path, kind of showing me where to go, because that's one thing I find frustrating with a lot of RPGs. It's just you're on this massive map.
Hey,
like, where am I?
end of the plaza. It's you.
And of course, he's telling my sword's telling me where to go too, which is one of the interesting things. So there's a breakpoint and a poster. Let's go look at the poster first. Oh, it is me. So who am I? Got this interesting kind of language thing going. Press E.
I'm so sorry, Red. They took your voice. I couldn't stop them. Well, we took something of theirs. Hey, let's just go. Come on, just go.
Turn around. I like these
Just...
additional interactive parts of the cinematics and stuff. That's pretty interesting.
Damn.
Oh.
Young lady here to see you.
Young lady. Backstab for best results. Alright, let's... Oh! Whoa! That was pretty cool, stopping in mid-attack. Okay, I'm gonna run... I want to make sure I miss the attack, so I'm gonna run away here. So See, this is something that I wish I could backtrack a little bit on my path, because now I have to undo the whole thing. Because if I go directly, I'm sure I'll get better. But see, now I went too far again. Maybe I just do point, but I want to be... There we go. We'll do something like that. And then we'll just do crash. Enough. Anyway, so it looks like we were a singer, and we lost our voice. There we go. 4 crashes. This will do it.
Now.
Aww. That was... So, okay. So that was interesting how she started dodging it, but then that means all my actions were kind of wasted. Reminds me of the board game Robo Rally. You played that. So let's go over here again. And I'm just going to do 1 crash. I'm going to see, does that just mean that my recharge time is less? Yeah.
She tried to trick us?
Okay, so back and crash again. Oh, R to undo last action. That's a handy shortcut. Alright, no, that was a crash. I want to do a breach because that should... Yeah, that should take care of it. Okay. Wait. 1 hit point. Can I... that's weird.
Finally.
Oh. So now I've got all these processes. This is a big battle. But you really have to understand how all this works, I think, to be successful here. So I'm going to run over here, spark, there's a spark, and then we'll run over here, crash. That's not enough? That's weird. I do a targeted crash? No. Spark. Let's see what happens. Nope. Yeah, so I'm completely vulnerable if I, that's interesting. If I'm using my real-time combat, I'm completely vulnerable. Sorry, after my super move, I'm completely vulnerable in terms of not being able to do any real-time combat until I'm recharged. So that's interesting. Yeah, it's really hard to aim trying to do this manually. I guess maybe if I right-click it's better.
Side street, due east. Through there. I think I know a place we can get a ride.
So my health recharges after battle. That's nice. But yeah, it was hard to hit those guys. And it's hard to, you move a lot slower dragging the sword around, so when you program out everything, you go like bullet speed, so that's pretty interesting. So I'm guessing most of the time you're just going to be plotting out your battle, doing as much as you can, and kind of retreating a bit, waiting, and going back and forth, but see how that goes. I'm curious too is if there's discrete save points, or if I go to a menu here, let's see, resume, reset, progress, settings, about. So I'm not sure if there's a discrete save or not. I'm always, nowadays especially when, you know, time is such a precious resource for people, I really like having a distinct save, like, okay, let me just save wherever I am, I can come out, and sometimes it's hard to get back. Games sometimes address that by having like a little, you know, here's what you did last time, which is nice. I'm trying to think of a concrete example of that. But right now I'm not too sure how the saving is going to work. I'm going to try and get to a save point, I think, for my first play here, but we'll see. Let's go here, open this up, and oh, there's some sparkles. Is that just environment?
This didn't used to be here.
Is this my save point? Looks like that might be another guy. Looks like people are digital somehow. I'm trying to, that'll be interesting lore to figure out part of this game, but... Ah, so this is kind of like a puzzle, which is pretty cool.
Wait a sec.
Yeah. I'm guessing I'm gonna have to use my superpower. And go like here. Queued up. Interesting. Is that all I have to do? I don't know if I have to actually attack. Let's find out. That was it.
Let's
That's pretty
pretend that
awesome.
never happened.
Okay. Disposition. Elusive. Processed.
That who I think it is. Hey, Mr. Moyle. You in there? It's him, all right, but I can barely hear him.
Alright. Jaunt. It's an I love as a programmer how these are styled like actual functions and how you're kind of building up the programs with the functions and everything. So as a as a geek, that's exciting, especially as a programmer too. Jaunt just looks to be like a really quick dash.
Interesting.
So that'll be handy, I think, if I want to
Go where it
continue
suits you,
any
right?
real-time battle. Around here.
Oh no.
Oh, so this
Cut off
is
our
really
escape.
the first boss. Creep protected. I guess that's another enemy that'll come up. So now this is what I'm curious about: is how far Jaunt will take me, and how much. Oh, it's really short. That's cool. That's what I was curious about: is how much time it took, because they don't really tell you that down here. Is how long. That would be a kind of a nice thing to indicate. Is the length of time each of your attacks takes for your bar. I mean, you learn it over time quick enough, but I don't know if there'll be modifiers later that will change that, make them quicker, or what. And I am curious, just as a programmer too, is if there'll be what do they call parameters or things between the parentheses that modify stuff. Maybe that's what these other things do, but that's just me jumping ahead and geeking out a bit. So let me defeat this boss and see if it lets me save, and we'll go from there. Alright, he's got 600. It doesn't look like John's going to do any damage. Crash is only going to do 50. Breach is going to do 100. But see, Breach takes, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5-ish segments. Crash takes just over 2. So if I do 2 crashes, I'm curious here. That's 2 crashes, that's 100 damage. I left my mouse cursor there. And Breach takes a little longer. See, it'd be nice if Breach took a little bit less time, because now, theoretically, if I had filled up my whole bar with crashes, I'd do more damage than just doing breaches. Though breaches, I guess, have the longer range for area of damage and stuff, so... Anyhow, those are interesting comparisons to ask about, and I'd be curious to hear from the developers how much time they spent balancing out those things, damage over time, that sort of stuff. Like here, Spark versus Crash. So here's Spark. Crash is about the same. So I think I don't know, let's just try lots of sparks. I don't know how quick he is, so see what happens. Oh. And I run away. Okay, so I can use John at least. while I was trying to recharge. Okay, so now I'm just going to John. No. I literally wish that, since right click is all about the aiming here, I really wish that just hitting the number of the attack didn't actually queue it up, but just selected it on your bar. I think that would be an easier system. Because now I have to, like, I can't just be thinking about where I'm aiming and moving in the battle with my mouse. I have to take my mouse all the way down here, click on my attack, and then go back and aim and you know, do those slight adjustments. Whereas, you know, if I could be, you know, aim here, hit 3, and then right-click to actually do the adjustment, you know, that would be better, I think, than other things. I'd also be interested in, like, pulling stuff out of the middle, but that's kind of a complicated programming task. So yeah, let me do one of those. Oh. So it doesn't look like I can pause again until I've recharged. I wanted to, like, basically do that one little move, pause again, and go on, but it looks like I have to recharge before I can re-enter. But okay, and I completely missed him. So let's just go do crash. Let's just do tons of crashes. See what happens. That worked. Oh! I guess he's doing lots of damage around where he is. It's hard to keep an eye on my health too, but it's interesting. You know, the health for them are in these numbers, but then my health is this bar down here. Oops, I want to actually aim that. Can I get both of these guys? Can I get? Nice. All right. And then I can get the cell.
Back where they belong.
Woo! That was intense. Oh, and I went up a level. Yay! Ooh. So now I get to select functions. Access granted. New functions, which is nice. Appropriate term for them. Bounce. Chain reactive. I wonder if that's kind of what happened with my what was it, crash, when I put them all in a row and then it, like, basically executed them all before, like, it let the enemy move. Active slot effect. Discharge a ricocheting bolt. Upgrade slot. Add a chain. So this is the upgrade thing that we haven't really found out about. And then mask. Concealing. Conceals the user's physical self, amplifying the next action taken. Huh. Interesting. So I'm not too sure what's going to be effective right now in terms of my gameplay. The amplification is kind of interesting. I'm not too sure in terms of the terminology of active slot versus upgrade slot. I guess active slot is the default, I would guess. Jumps from target to target. It seems like there's lots of targets so far, so maybe bounce would be interesting. Though I'm really curious about the amplifying my attack, because I think that's pretty neat. I don't know how, if this is like homing, will it go explicitly from target to target? And I don't know if once I make this selection, am I going to get the choice again for this later? Is it going to give me another one? I don't know. So let's try bounce. I'm interested in bounce. And I got the new function. Perfect.
We're still here.
And my little menu's gone away. Okay, so now the question is, where did bounce go? I don't see it here, so... Oh. So right-clicking. So now if I... Alright, so basically right-click does whatever you have selected, and of course, hitting the number key selects and performs the action.
Look at that.
Oh, Access.
Okay, you're in.
Whoop. Setup utility activated. Ah, so here's where I select my functions. Oh, memory. 9 of 16. I really like the styling and theming of this. This is pretty cool. Oh, so each attack has different amounts of memory. And, oh, it looks like I can only have... Oh wait, no, I can select this function. Choose a function to upgrade. Oh! Interesting. So I thought what I was selecting was a new attack. What I was really selecting is a upgrade. Crash will chain to multiple nearby targets. Number of jumps, jump range, jump damage reduced. I could also put it in breach. Or spark. Or the jaunt. So I think putting it in crash makes the most sense. But now that I know what this is, I think I would have preferred maybe the amplification, possibly, to get just more damage out of it. I'm interested in comparing these to the base. I guess this is the base damage. Curious if if something affected the base stats, what else would it do? But all right, I'm gonna install this to crash. And I guess that's a permanent thing. Already installed or remove installed. Can I go back? Oh yeah, okay. Select function. Install. Alright, so I can move these around, so that's nice. I'm a little confused by the interface a bit. Like if I wanted to reassign these to different keys, can I do that somehow? I'm trying to hit the actual number on my keyboard when I have it selected, but I can't. So I guess they just... I don't know, I'll have to play with the... I guess if you remove them all, and then you can add them again maybe in different orders. Well, here, let's try. If I remove, and then I add this... Oh, now here I can select the slot, I guess. Yeah, okay, so that works. Alright, I'm going to leave the defaults for now. Still kind of getting used to how everything works. On that showing you how much of your memory it's using. Okay, interesting. And I'm guessing this will upgrade over time. I'm not too sure. We'll see. Then there looks to be general upgrades as well.
Good. Just one more block. I want to show you something.
Oops. I was trying to move, but I went back into configuration utility.
Okay, there's a... Wait. Back.
Another one? I thought I was... I guess it's on designation. Sure. Retaliation mode. Okay. I wasn't expecting another battle. This is going to be a long episode. But that's okay. We're exploring lots of cool stuff here. I'm not too concerned about the creeps, I guess, but let me hit him with the crash. Oh no, that's breach. So there's these 4 little lines here next to the crash that are up into my health bar. And so I keep thinking that's my selected one instead of this highlighted one. So I'm not too sure, and I've seen that move around to different ones. So I'm not too sure when those little lines move to my different slots and stuff and what that means. So that's a little confusing. And I think I can chain this one again, right? So I can just go like the massive crash here and see what happens.
Whoa,
Oh. Now he's out of range. So he got pushed back. But now I can do like a breach. Of course all the info is out off the screen. Looks like it does damage. Actually I want to aim this to both. And, oops. I want to do that again. Oh, I missed the big guy. Oh boy. Whew. Okay. Hit both of those. And then I just need to see what happens. Oh, let me pause again. Okay. I'm gonna... Oops. Okay. So I want to breach these two guys. There we go. How do I get the... See, when I want to... If I right-click... But if I right-click this guy... See, I don't want to actually do anything to him. I just want to get his stats like these two guys here. And I don't know if my other breach here should hit both of them. Yeah. But yeah, like it's only giving me stats for one. So I'll do that. And then I want to jaunt this way. Behind him. And then crash. Oh, so it'll let me, as long as I have some left, it looks like it'll just like swoosh it in there. So let's do that. Breach. Crash.
Here he comes.
Stay out of the way.
You're up.
Oh, I forgot about the cells. Crap. So let's just go get those things. And then... Yeah, jaunting is a lot quicker than actually moving around. And then we'll do a breach on this guy. That's pretty cool. And then run away. Charge, and now I basically want to do a short jaunt. Well, I guess I always go the full, and then I'll just crash a bunch. And run away. Glad. That's the cool thing about the jaunt, that I can run away when I'm still recharging, because it looks like I can't really usually do much else. Oh, I just have to hit them one more time. There we go.
They're gone, but so is this whole block.
I don't want to go back here. Expressway. Wheels detected.
Yeah, good call. That's our way out.
Alright, press escape from main menu. What does it want me to do? General controls. I wonder if it's gonna tell me if there's a hum a song tab. I'll have to try that out. That's instant fire. I'm not sure what that does. General, subtitles, profiles. Oh, here. So that looks like it's my progress So I'm assuming it's saved at this point, because that's pretty much the time it is. Interesting. Okay. So again, this was Transistor from Supergiant Games. You'll see the links below. I'm going to end the first episode here, and I'll think about if I do another episode. This game's pretty cool, and I want to see more about it. So we'll see if I plan some follow-ups on it. And I'm actually looking at setting up a Patreon site, so be on the lookout for that in the near future if you want to see more First Play. And otherwise, thanks for watching, and have a great day.